All right, today we're going to start chapter 10, exponents. And so we're going to look at the very first section here dealing with, well, just exponents. So this may be a little bit of review for you. What I'd like for you to do is go ahead and do the warm-ups. 1 through 6, hit pause and hit play when you are ready. All right, so if you recall, if you take a look at number 1, that is 5 times 5 times 5. Each one of those is considered a factor. So these are repeated factors. So a power is a product of repeated factors. So this whole thing right here, the whole entire thing, is called a power. The base of a power is its common factor. So this 1/5 right there, that's the base. Okay? The exponent is that number floating in the air that tells us how many times to multiply the base by itself. So if I take a look at this right here, 1/5 is used as a factor 5 times. So here's my base. It's my exponent. It's telling me 5 times, or 1/5 times 1/5 times 1/5 times 1/5, 5 times, because that is what the exponent is. So how can I write these as an exponent? Now, one of the things you got to be really careful with, notice these are all in parentheses and they're all negative. So we're going to leave that negative there. Now we must use these parentheses because parentheses -7 and -7 are two different things. Must use parentheses. Okay, now here we've got pi squared times r cubed. So pi times pi, pi squared, r times r times r is r cubed. So when you're all said and done, you've got pi squared r cubed. Okay, go ahead and try 1 and 2 on your own. Hit pause and then play when you are finished. All right, now make sure with 1 you use parentheses because sometimes this can get a bit confusing. Is that 1 to the 5th power or the whole thing? So don't do this. Use your parentheses. Then here we have 3/10 to the 4th x squared. Now, remember just a minute ago we talked about the difference between these two, and these mean two very different things. This is one where you definitely want to be careful. This is where we see a lot of mistakes. So this is telling me to take -2 4 times. So I have -2 times -2 times -2 times -2, which gives me a positive 16. Notice there's no parentheses here. So this is almost like saying -1 times 2 to the 4th power. So when I have something like this, I have my negative out front, and it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So I have here -16. So notice the difference. Here I'm taking 2 4 times. Here I'm taking -2 4 times. So you really want to watch your negatives here. So look at the difference that these have. Okay? So you got to be really careful. Let's evaluate some expressions here. Now, this is a little bit of review here, order of operations. It's just that we've got some pretty big exponents. So order of operations, we're going to do exponents first. So I have 3 plus 2 times 81. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. So that gives me 3 plus 162, which is 165. Now, here I want to do exponents as well. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27 minus 8 squared, which is 64, all divided by 2. Order of operations, what do we do first? Yeah, we're going to divide. So I have 27 minus 32, which gives me negative 5. All right, go ahead and do on your own 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hit pause and play when you're done. Now remember, this is the kind of think about it as the opposite of 5 to the 4th power. So I have negative 625. Now this is a negative times a negative times a negative, which is negative. So 1 to the 3rd power is 1, 6 to the 3rd power is 216. Now, absolute value, negative 3 cubed gives me negative 27 divided by 27, which is negative 1, but I'm still finding the absolute value here, so my answer is 1. We've got 9 minus 32 times 5/10. 9 minus 16 is negative 7. Nice job, and have a great day.